The day began in Parramatta, rucksacks on back at 6:20am. From there it was Qantas Airways from Sydney to Bangkok, touching down as the sun began to set on the city as it grumbled to life with the sound of 1,000 million motorcycle engines. Our first mission was simple and uneventful. Train to Phi Thai station, followed by a poorly haggled 200 baht taxi ride to our hostel, but we'd made it. After a good sleep on a terrible hostel mattress, I'm talking no better than a sheet of plywood with a sheet draped over it, it was time to explore.
Heading off on our first day to, was it the markets and stuff? Chatuchak something.
The number 3 bus took us uptown to Chatuchak weekend markets. It was good for a stroll for an hour or so, surveying the endless array of stall after stall and nabbing a delicious and surprisingly filling breakfast fruit smoothie. The metro train took us down to Victory Monument Station, where we walked to Suan Pakkad Palace, a museum built out of a princess's residence, or palace I guess, including several traditional houses circling a central pond. It was time to refuel, so we walked to the MBK Centre. A massive 7-storey shopping behemoth. The local 47 bus took us toward our hostel, to the temple where we walked past the night before when we visited the popular restaurant Tuks for dinner. From there, we took some time to check out the temple before walking back to a hostel for a beer, a rooftop relax and a nap. The day was not done. We headed out as the sun was setting, heading south through the city in search of food. After 2 hours on foot, we arrived at Chinatown. A cacophony of street food within a sea of hungry people. After negotiating the ravenous crowd and plethora of street vendors, we both ate a duck soup. One with decidedly more chilli than the other. A short walk from Chinatown, and we were faced with a strange puzzle. You see, Google Maps told us that a Lonely Planet recommended bar was nearby, but the streets were a maze, and after a dead end, we discovered finally an entrance and were rewarded with a beautiful riverside bar and lounge called Samsara. After a drink or three and a plate of fermented fried pork, we made the long trek back to the hostel, fell into bed, exhausted, at the modest hour of 10 p.m.